I'm pretty excited to be here in India, and we take away the CEO. We just take the name Peter, so I give already a flavor of what we are and who we are in IKEA. And then I think I'm now 2.5 years in India, and I'm 26 years in IKEA. So you can feel a bit, maybe also a bit the passion and what I'm driving and what we are moving on forward. It's about what can consumers next and success story of IKEA. I'm a bit humble on that part, let's say it like that. I think what I would like to show you a bit where we are, who we are, and what our journey so far in India, and what could be the journey in the future, and then what is our strength and what we are heading for. So that is a bit what I would like to show you on that note. It's IKEA in India. What do I press? We wait a little bit, I also can talk. Very good. Yeah, okay. The green arrow for, okay, the green arrow for move forward. We also try to move forward, that's quite good. I think it's good to say a bit, because the brand name I know is well known, and everybody says, oh, that's a big company, they are successful all over the world. Yeah, maybe if we look on that figures, it might be, maybe it's right to say there's some maybe impressive figures. We have today more than 370 stores around the world. We are investing in windmills. We have more than 160,000 co-workers on them along that journey. We have been more than 2.6 billion visitors online, and we have a revenue of 1.8 billion in the result, and we have a revenue of 36 billion in sales. And that's true, it's a successful company on that way. But if you talk about IKEA in India, and that I would like to make that note already here, in the statement here, I'm here very humble also, and we are very humble, and we feel like a startup and like an aspirant in India. So we're not coming, and I'm not coming as we know everything and we do everything. I think we are here as an aspirant and learning, and also as a kind of a startup. This feels good. I like to feel like a startup in that way. I'm 26 years in IKEA now, and I have been I started in Germany. I'm German, and I have been starting in Germany in IKEA as a store manager, if you know that big boxes, and then I have been country manager in Spain, Portugal. I have been moving back to Germany as country manager. Germany still is the biggest country from a revenue perspective for IKEA, with more than 50 stores and 5 billion turnover, 5 billion euro turnover. And now since 2.5 years, I'm very excited and proud to be in India. I'm based in Bangalore, which will be also an exciting market for us. And you see that from that story, from a big part, it's a big success story in India and then in IKEA. And then I think it's good to look a bit back who we are and look what we are standing for. We are a humanistic, open, value-driven, positive thinking and innovative company. You see, I'm not starting to say we are selling this and we are selling this. I'm starting also here, what is our DNA, which is driving us and which is moving us. Humanistic means, you will see that a bit maybe during the presentation when we talk about the many people. Open means also we are open and transparent, both how we treat inside and to each other with our suppliers and with our customers. Value-driven, we are coming from values, you can say pure human values, human rights, and also Swedish values. And we are always positive thinking, whatever happens. So I think in that environment where we are to be positive, even in challenging environment, I think the best what you can have. And innovation, we need to have that. We are not a tech company. If we connect innovation always with, it has to be digital, it has to be tech, it has to be the next state. We are not a tech company. You will see what we are. But innovative means also in the way you're doing business, the way you meet the customer, the way you talk about how to be relevant with your range. That is a big innovation in itself. We are coming from Småland. Maybe you have never heard that. Småland is a very small area in Sweden. Sweden is a Scandinavian country. Småland is it's very important to know where we're coming from, because the people in Småland, they're living very poor. They have been mainly farmers. And there's a lot of commonalities when we talk about with the many people. We talk about people in India. no waste at all, so they're not misusing or throwing things away. Consumption is on a low level, so they have to work hard for their day-to-day work and day-to-day life. And this is some of the values which has been also very pregnant for IKEA. They're humble around the world, they have respect to each other, and their togetherness, they work with each other. So important to see small and very small and poor area in Sweden, south of Sweden. And in Småland, we still have in Älmhult there, which is the small village where Ingvar was growing up. Ingvar Kamprad was our founder. He was growing up and founding the company there. In Älmhult still is the center of where we're creating all our range and designing all our range. You might say it might be very popular if you're a company like IKEA, you should go to Barcelona, New York, or Shanghai, or Delhi to be in the center of everything to design our web. It's still in small and a very small village where many of our designers and techniques are sitting and we're creating our range. So still to have the connection to where we're coming from. It began in 1943, where Ingvar, a 17-year-old young man, he founded IKEA. It was at that time not with a catalog or with stores. What he was doing is he was using the farmers around, and he was selling everything in a kind of delivery already with a bicycle. And with the milk cans, he was delivering matches and all for the day-to-day use. And only in the later stage, he came to the opportunity. It can also be furniture, because there have been some of the farmers producing furniture around that, so he was also delivering that. And then a catalog came far later. The first IKEA store in Älmhult was 1958. The first IKEA store out of Scandinavia was 1973. And so it was growing with the success what we had there with the stores, and then also with the way of how IKEA is producing, designing the range. I will come to that later. This is what is driving us, and this is what I get so excited about. This is the vision of IKEA, and sometimes you have a vision and you never have it there, or it's something which is really where you connect everything to. We want to contribute to create a better everyday life for the many people. There are so many good things in that. The better everyday life, I think this is driving all of us, that we would not like to have a worse everyday life tomorrow. We would like to have a better everyday life. And it's not the big thing. So what is the next big holiday? What is the next big car? What is the next big TV? It's the small means how you can contribute to a better everyday life every day. Then it's about the many people. We are not looking on the segment of the very rich one or the middle class. We are looking on the many people around the world, and they have a lot of common, the many people. In principle, they have a lower income. For that lower income, they have a lower space to live. For that also, the many people are mainly families, so a target group for us is families, what we have there. And then we're asking ourselves, in that mean, what is a better everyday life for them? What are the small means? How can we contribute to that? And the way we're looking is the life at home for the many people. There's something what is very important for us all and for the many people is the home. And this is also very common. This is very common all across the world, that the home is the most important place in the world. And for us, it's all about people's life at home. This is where we're coming, the many people's life at home. So what we're doing and where we're starting is, in principle, we have a huge interest how the people are living at home, what are the dreams, what are the needs, what is the day-to-day life, what are the day-to-day challenges. If we live in a small space with a bigger family, how can we contribute to that? That is the main reason why we said, how we are also creating our range. I will come to that in a minute. But the huge interest of the many people's life at home. Before we have been starting and opening our first store in India, we have been visiting more than 1,000 households across the country, in different sizes, in different cities, with different incomes, to see how the people in India are living. And this is what we're doing in all markets, permanent and constantly. So we're watching, and we are asking, and we are interested in our interest, how the people are living at home. And along that, then we are creating our range, and we're creating how we can contribute to that better everyday life at home. If we ask about what is the next step then in that part, and what should be in a fast-changing environment when we talk a retail landscape, the retail landscape is changing fast. Also, people's life at home might change faster. But we would like to stay, one of the most important thing in whatever we are moving forward is to stay relevant and close to the people you would like to address. That is something we should never lose. Whatever we are tech-friendly or there's a new innovation, but it's about the people, what are their needs, what do we like to connect to them, how we like to connect to the people. And this is something what we have in heart, and this is something which is even stronger in a fast-changing environment where we all are. As retailers, it's the most important to stay close to our customers, to our consumers, and close to their needs and dreams, what they have in that scale when it comes to life at home, and then adapt what you need to do. We love home furnishing. We say that based on what we learn at home, we decided it's about home furnishing. We not decided, let's create a sofa. We have not decided, let's do a bookcase. We have been deciding it's about home furnishing. And the company is that if you would like to work with us, then you need to have a huge interest in life at home and also for home furnishing, a kind of a small passion for what you're selling, what you're doing, what you're entering. This is very essential. And we would like to be known as a company who said they love home furnishing. They have an idea, they have an interest, and they also have, they can contribute, but it's the love for home furnishing. And based on that, and based on the many people, we decided that the business idea out of that we would like to have a range which is known for functionality, good design, Swedish design. The Swedish design is not very much posed up. It's clear, colorful, functional. It's qualitative for the everyday life, not for the next 1,000 years. For the everyday life, it has to be a good quality, and it has to be affordable for as many as possible people. Affordability is a big part out of that. So this is what we decided based on that. Our range is our identity. I don't know how good you know IKEA, but if you see normally a product or combination of solution and products from IKEA, or you enter a home, we say we don't want to make so much branding about this is where we are, this is who we are, this is IKEA. We should, our brand and the way we do it, our range and how we do it, the way we furnish our home, that should be, if you enter that part, you should say, that's typical IKEA. So you should understand and see in the range, this is IKEA, without saying anything. And if you come back, if you say it like that, then we say, the 5 dimensions, what are very important for us, is the clear Scandinavian design, what I said before, a clear function. Every design without any function is not good. It has to be clearly affordable, and the way we talk about sustainability, the way we are producing, the way we are supplying, the way we look for resources has to be in a sustainable way. Nothing has to be wasted away, has to be thrown away. And it has to have an everyday quality. That is where we're coming from. This is the way where we're designing our products. We are not buying products from the market. We are designing it in Sweden, what we learn from the markets, and then we're looking for suppliers, or we have our own suppliers, and along all that journey, then we're designing and we're producing our range. So we own the totality. So what you buy in IKEA, you cannot have anywhere else. Or the other way around, we also don't go to fairs and say, we'd like to have this and we'd like to have this. It's also not what we're doing. The way we are creating the uniqueness of the range is coming from what we know about people's life at home, what we know about our suppliers, very close work with the suppliers, looking at raw materials, and then designing the uniqueness of the range. This is also why we have not so many articles. If you walk an IKEA store, you might think, oh, they have so many articles. The range is in principle around 9,500 articles, not more in that case. But the uniqueness, how it fits together, this is the exciting part. We listen and we learn. We design and create, we manufacture and we are improving the manufacturing, we package and distribute, around the world, and then we inspire and sell. The inspiration part, I come to that, is very important for us. The third layer, what we like to say, it's about our people. We have a strong belief in people. We are giving straightforward, we can say normal people, the ability to join us and to grow in IKEA. We are not looking on CVs or university business degrees or what you have done before. For us, it's important that we have the normal people, I call it the normal people, and the straightforward people, and we grow together. So we have a lot of opportunities how we can grow, but everybody who is joining us with that passion for home furnishing, passion for the customer, and with that idea and the loyalty to what we can do, and then we sit there and say we can grow together. So we have a strong DNA when it comes to our values and culture. We talk about equality, we talk about diversity, we talk about inclusiveness. So normal human rights in our DNA, and everybody is then welcome on that part. So we have a strong belief in our people, and our people are the asset to move ourselves forward. That's very important. And this is also what we're living. We started in India with almost 50% women in all our workforce. It's and then we're not looking. It's this is a very female job, or this is a very male or female job. We wanted to have that. We even have female forklift drivers, and we have today in the management team we have 7 women sitting in the management team out of 11 what we have today. So we're looking on that on all hierarchical levels in all areas. We're looking on equality. And we give also possibility. We had a fantastic Disha program in Hyderabad. We're looking also, we have 80 young women trained for the Hyderabad store out of underprivileged families, so to give that opportunity also so they can grow, so that we can say believe in people and also make it happen. The next part is the customers. I said before, the consumers, people's life at home, and then also in a fast-changing environment. I will come to that in a minute, how we're addressing that in India and around the world. We want to be more accessible. We want to be more affordable, more convenient, more sustainable in that fast-changing environment. We have been growing up, I said that we have been growing up, if you know IKEA, with the big stores outside of the market, outside of the cities. Then you were driving to us. You got inspired. You see the home furnishing part in there. You do your part. We do your part. You take it. You assemble it at home. Has somebody assembled an IKEA furniture in the room? Oh, some. It's very nice if you do that because first of all the products have a name. Like the Billy or the Clip-on, they're very famous. And if you do it by yourself, you create a kind of a relation to that because you done it by yourself, so you can be proud. And I give you one hint, men are doing it not the right way because men are always thinking, I don't need to follow the instruction. It's like in the traffic. I don't ask anybody for the way, I know it. So women are much better to assemble in IKEA furniture than men doing. That's true, we tested that. IKEA in India is still very small. We are a startup and we have been learning. We have been deciding for IKEA in India because this is a fantastic market. If we talk about the many people, the diversity of the society, the young society, what we have in principle young society, the dynamic what we have, but also the challenges in an ecosystem, the challenges in the dynamic when it comes to tech, digitalization, the retail environment, but also when you talk about the fast-changing life at home, the growing urbanization. There's so many things which are so close to our DNA and so close to our vision that we say IKEA is in India, and India is the place to be for IKEA. What we have is a long-term commitment. If we're deciding to go to a market and we're deciding to go to a place, then we're not the short-term. So we're not looking what is happening in year 1, year 2, year 3. We are decided to be long-term in India, so that means we have a commitment for the next 100 years. And that's also the way we are building our business, for the next 100 years and not for the next 10 months where we're looking for. So we think what is good for our customers in the long term is good for IKEA in the long term, along what I have been saying before. In India, we have the many young people, and it's fantastic that India is the youngest country in the world on average. I'm coming from Germany, you see it with me. We are not the youngest one in Germany, but it's still a fantastic country if you would like to visit that. But the many young people we have in India. The young people, they have the dreams to move together, to create a family. It's the big cities where the urbanization is happening. It's the dreams and the motivation to have a better life for tomorrow. It's the profession, what they would like to do. Women are coming and have a dream what there should be. Sustainability is coming in as a kind of a flavor for what we can do for the world, what is happening in India. So there are a lot of commonalities what we have. The love for the home is very common. We all in India and around the world, we love our home. So home is very important. It's the place where we can rest, where we can be the family. It's the place where we can invite friends. It's the place where we can be alone. So that's very common when we say we are here for the many people and the life at home. Living with children, many families in India. What I admire a lot is what you don't have so much in maybe in Western countries, that in India the people are living together in all ages and in all stages. So you have the parents, you have the grandparents, you have the children, you have the uncle and brothers, which is fantastic. But that has another challenge when it comes to how do we live together on a small space and a small scale in that kind, which is fantastic for us and a super challenge for us also. Food is very important. So in Hyderabad, if you're there in the store, it's super good what you can have there. You have the Swedish food with Indian tasted, or you have Indian food with Swedish tasted. Try that out. We see it's a huge success in that part, and we're very proud of that, what we can offer there. Value for money, super important in India. And also, this is what I said before, it has to be affordable. Affordability doesn't mean the cheapest one, but affordability means it has to be affordable for many people. And affordability means you get the value for what you buy and what you're investing. And we're inviting everybody to Hyderabad. We're not talking about furniture. Whenever you come to us to a store, you should find something, even on a small mean, maybe on the Kalak spoons, the 4 Kalak spoons, what we have for 15 rupee. You have something for your life at home. Even you cannot afford today a bookcase or a sofa or a kitchen, but we have something for you for all share of wallets, for all wallets. So with the big dreams and small wallets, we have for everybody something in there. This is our idea. Togetherness is something which is very important for us in the way we work together, but also in the way we are co-creating with our customers and consumers, the way we are co-creating with our suppliers. This is also very high value in India. Caring for sustainability, it's growing. It's also a brand for the future. It's measured about what is the responsibility you take in your business and beyond your business for the society and for the environment and for the planet for the future. So this means we have a lot of common in India when we're here. India is good for IKEA. I said before, that the challenge in life at home, the challenge of affordability, the challenge of sustainability, the challenge of digitalization, the challenge of a fast-growing retail environment is fantastic for us. We can add a lot to the Indian society. We can add a lot to the people's life at home. But India is adding a lot to the way we are looking at our range and to the way we can do business. So this is a fantastic working together what we have here. You also see that we are working together since a long time already in India, and also we are working beyond our business with society, with local entrepreneurs. We have partnerships with carpenters. We have women farmers. So in the totality beyond our business, we are trying to play an important role and a good role also in the society where we're operating with our business. The new IKEA in 3 years. I said before, the way we have been doing, we have been on the outside the cities with the big boxes, and we have been a lot of home furnishing destinations around that. And this is still very successful. This is still our DNA. What we learn and where we need to transform ourselves all around the world, and even stronger in India, we would like to be more accessible. So what we like to create is a way of accessibility, which means the big boxes where you have everything under one roof. It's a fun day out for everybody. You can try, you can test. You have a lot of fantastic home furnishing ideas, a lot of fantastic colleagues and co-workers caring for you. But then we also need to be more accessible. People will travel less. Public transportation will maybe increase on that way. but we will, in the big cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi, accessibility means for us also other formats in the city. So we will work with smaller store formats, with smaller meeting places where you can either only plan a kitchen or try a sofa, or you have a part of the range in shopping centers or stand alone. That is the way to be accessible for many more people, not traveling so much. And the third part is the online business, where we are putting a lot of efforts to be digital available, to have the convenience and the backbone for delivery, planning and everything, if you can test that, and they have tested that. It's about more accessible, more convenient, more affordable, and more sustainable. This is the road we are forward. I explained that before. We want to be a loved brand in India, not only around the world, but we see that people are really, they love IKEA. They are loyal to IKEA. And they also, if you love somebody, you tell also the one you love, what can be better? What can we do even better? So this openness and transparency, we're engaging a lot. But we want to be a loved and meaningful brand. And if you ask yourself, if you ask ourselves, what is the future of retailing? People are not choosing only a product. People are choosing really a brand for what they offer in the relevance what they do, the offer what they can bring to their life, but also the offer what the company is standing for. I said before, sustainability, the responsibility what the company takes for the environment, for the society, equality, engaging the many people. This will be equally important for the future and even stronger for the future. And I'm proud to say that we have done a fantastic road so far. People will choose a brand for the relevance of the product, but also for the brand, what it is. I think this is very important to say here. And then it's the other part is then to create the interest for home furnishing in India. In India, the home is very important, but the interest for home furnishing is on a lower level. That is a fantastic opportunity for us. The interest for a smartphone, the interest for a car, the interest for TV and digitalization is higher than the interest for home furnishing in itself. This is something of our ambition we would like to create together with our consumers and our customers and our co-workers, the way we do that. So the interest for home furnishing is something beautiful because you're living there every day. And you can have just a picture on the wall, you can have a bed and say where you sleep, or you can have something where you love to be. And also the way it looks beautiful, sustainable, and with a fantastic decoration. Visit an IKEA store, the webpage, you can see what I mean maybe. That is a fantastic opportunity. And this is, people are asking us, me always, what is your competition? Why your competition here and here? I don't see any competition. Everybody who is contributing to that interest for home furnishing and investing maybe in the home, in a better home, we are all in the same manner, in the same boat. So I don't look on competition. It's that everybody invited for that, for increasing that interest for home furnishing, which is a huge opportunity in India. We would like to reach the coming years more than 100 million people. Reaching means we would like to be accessible for more than 100 million people. We are focusing on the big cities. Hyderabad, we have been opening. We are focusing now on Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi. Mumbai, we will open our store in summer. So if you're interested then to be there, Navi Mumbai. If you have not, maybe you look on the map. So you will maybe soon we will say what is the day. We will open during the coming 12 months 2 of the smaller stores. What I told you, we call it the smaller formats in the city. We are already online. This will increase, and we have the full backbone of services in that way. So Mumbai will be our first city where we really build. We talk about the multi-channel accessibility of the brand and the range and the services. This will be a very exciting part for us, followed by Bangalore then, and followed by Delhi. So this is what we're building up. So this is really where we say the big markets, the big cities where the many people are living on a small space, urbanization, many families coming in. This is what we are now heading forward when it comes to IKEA in India. We would like to engage. When we talk about the way forward, we'd like to engage much stronger in co-creation. We're doing a lot in other markets. We are co-creating with co-workers, with suppliers. How do we do that? How do we build the range? What are the needs? But also inviting many more customers to co-create with us. What could be the next step in the range? when we talk about sustainability, when we talk about affordability, this is what we're heading for together with our co-workers. So co-creation, the openness, the transparency to do it together is a very big layer for us in the way we move forward. As a summary, we know where our strength is coming from. The interest for people's life at home, and then creating then ideas how you can live at home with a range for that. So and have it affordable, have it on good quality. This is one of our assets will remain. Even stronger, being interested in what the consumers and what we all need for the future, what we like to do and what we like to have. The uniqueness, we own the range. We will never give that away. We have today more than, in India, we have more than 60 suppliers in India sitting. We will increase local manufacturing in India to be more relevant and more local. We have been adapting some of the ranges to the local flavors, what we have there. But to be relevant, affordable, that is very important for us. And then stepping into a retail world, which is fast changing, but we stick the big boxes, what we have, is everything under one room, is the home furnishing mecca. When you have a fun day out and get a lot of inspiration, how you can live. This will be supported by online, and then we'll be accessible for more people in the cities, in the big cities, and we will be accessible in our services when it comes to online delivery, assembly, and all what we have. That is the main way forward. So a lot what is our strength, and then adapt it to the way forward, what is needed today in the fast-changing environment. That is IKEA in India, and you can look forward for the opening in Mumbai, and then for the next 12 months, and hopefully I can see you all in one of our stores or online in Mumbai. That's it. Thank you.